This video is about what God thinks of buying stocks, gold, silver, and crypto. I wanted to share this with you all, what Jesus thinks of these things. Jesus told me a number of times about stocks, that he doesn't want us to be investing in stocks. He says that I'm referring to doing trades with stocks, investment, buying stocks, selling stocks. He says that, to the best of my understanding, from what I can discern, what he told me, that it is that it is not very honorable job. He doesn't like stocks. I don't know exactly how stocks work. I'm not an economist. I'm not a day trader. I'm not a professional who is experienced in these things like stocks. It doesn't matter, because I go by what Jesus guides me, what he tells me to do, what he directs me to do. That's what is important. It's about obeying God, following his ways. He doesn't like stocks, guys. It's not something that he wants you to be doing. At any time, even in the past, current, the present time, and the future. Jesus also showed me about stocks will be in trouble in the coming future. When the country goes down economically, financially, due to dollar collapse, due to the loss of US dollar value, your stocks will disappear all of a sudden. The money that you have been investing in stocks will be lost. I don't know how badly. I don't know if you lose everything, but it will be a disaster. It is not the way to go. Jesus told me that. Jesus told me a number of times that he does not like stocks. He doesn't want you to be doing that. That's all I know. And you're gonna lose out a lot in the future. Just like your retirement money will get wiped out. Like 401k, IRA, your savings bond, your money in your account. Jesus told me about gold and silver. I've been wondering about this for a long time. I've been told, and from what I have watched over the years, that gold and silver is the way to go, because it is solid, reliable, and stable, a solid asset, and that it holds value, and the value will go up tremendously as economy worsens. As things get worse, as dollar value goes down, and when the dollar collapses, when the dollar crashes, your gold and silver value will go way up. It is true. You would have to pay a lot of US dollar money to buy gold and silver. At the same time, you have a hyperinflation, so your your dollar, your paper dollar will have almost little to no value. So that's also going to be put into consideration because of hyperinflation. But gold and silver will retain high value, it is true. And that people have been saving up, collecting gold and silver for their investment, for their future. So when the trouble comes to this nation, that they would be rich. It's not quite like that. Jesus told me there is also a problem with gold and silver, even though it is God's money. And Jesus, from what I can understand from him, he's not really against gold and silver. It's not a wrong thing to do compared to buying stocks. Problem is when gold is gonna worth a lot of money. 1 ounce of gold right now is currently worth what, $1,300? And when financial trouble comes, when the country goes down, this is gonna worth, I don't know, a lot of money. $8,000, $10,000. And the silver, I don't know, it could be worth $1,000. It's gonna have very high value. The problem is, how are you going to? I asked Jesus. I've been asking Jesus about this. I've been wondering about it for a long time, and I finally asked Jesus, "Hey Jesus, if you have been investing in gold and silver, and that you have this, and say you're not, I don't know, you're just typical person making average income, maybe $30,000 a year, and you have been buying gold, accumulating over the years. Say, you have, I don't know, maybe 100, maybe, I don't know, 10 ounces of gold and maybe couple hundred ounces of silver. How are you gonna buy groceries with that? Because your paper dollar is gonna worth almost nothing, or worth very little. And a lot of money is gonna go away. The paper dollar in your bank account. So how are you gonna use 1 ounce of gold or silver to buy groceries, a bag of groceries? How are you gonna get a change? I mean, you're just gonna give away 1 ounce of gold to buy one grocery? I asked Jesus, are you gonna have people to use crypto? Use cryptocurrency as change? Because cryptocurrency is flexible. Because it's computer, digital money at any dollar, any money amount. So I thought that maybe you could use that as a change, a great way for change. Alternative money, or use change, interchange with gold and silver. Interchangeable is what I was thinking. I told Jesus, and he said he's against it. He says no. No, he says there's a problem. You cannot I don't know if he's telling me he's against it or there's a problem with it, but that about using crypto as a change for buying something with gold and silver. Jesus says no, no, there's a problem. It's gonna be a problem, guys. Your gold and silver is gonna run out fast. I mean, if you don't have a smaller amount, I don't know, like silver coins or something, if all you have is gold, you know, an ounce of gold or silver, you're gonna run out of them very fast. You know, it might last you maybe several months if you're lucky. How you gonna live after that once your gold and silver runs out? You're gonna waste a lot of it. There's gonna be a problem. And crypto, Jesus told me that crypto, big trouble coming. There's a problem with cryptocurrency. Disaster. Just like stocks. There's something in crypto that there's going to be a big problem for us, for the people who invest in cryptocurrency. Jesus is against it. He doesn't want you to do cryptocurrency. And that there's a problem with it, big problem with it. He doesn't want you to be doing. He doesn't want you to get involved or participate in investing in these things. Gold and silver might be better. But even then, it does not mean, Jesus told me that it does not mean that everybody should be jumping over and buying gold and silver. Only rich people can do this. Only rich people can saving up, collecting gold and silver because they're expensive even now. How poor people will not be able to invest in these things? Poor people like myself, people that are homeless, people that make $15,000, $20,000 income a year. It's not going to work for them. And those who already have gold and silver will also have problems in the future. And Jesus told me that it's not for everybody, and because it holds value, it does not automatically mean that everybody should be jumping over and get it. That's what Jesus told me. And as Christian, as following Jesus followers, people that want to get closer to God, following Jesus, what he wants you to do, this is what Jesus wanted me to get across to people in general, the general public. What the heart he has for us, for people. He doesn't want to rely heavily. He doesn't want to rely on gold and silver or any other money currency. He wants you to rely on him, totally cling to him, rely on him, because as a matter of fact, believe it or not, paper money, US dollar, can still be used, even though it will hold very little value in the future. God makes ways so that you can still use US dollar money. So don't take this completely out of equation because it's worth little to no money, no value. He wants you to rely on God because then He will make things work for you so that you can live on, so that you can buy and sell. You can buy groceries and equipment, tools, so that you can live on, so that you can be provided for. Doing it your way, doing it yourself by investing gold and silver is not quite the way, Jesus told me. He wants you to rely on Him, not gold and silver or any other money currency system. As for followers, the followers of Jesus, if Jesus told me that if you want to get closer to God, the way to do is if you already have gold, get rid of it, sell it, and give it all to the poor people that need help. It's in the Bible somewhere. I'm not a Bible scholar. I don't know where it's found in chapter. It's not important. Jesus told me to become His follower. We gotta surrender to God and leave it all to God and rely on Him for His provision and guidance. So gold is not important. It's not important to you. He wants you to sell it all and give it all away to the poor people who need help. And follow Him, follow Jesus. That scripture is in the Bible somewhere. I believe it's in the New Testament. But Jesus told me that that is true. That is the way. As a matter of fact, when I started following Jesus, I already, at that time I didn't know about God. I didn't know God much. I didn't know what it was the right way to do. And I was worried about the coming hyperinflation, the collapse of the country and the world, and that World War III is coming soon. So I was trying to prepare back in several years ago, like back in 2014, 2015. I had quite a bit of silver. I used to buy some silver, so I had a good, I don't know, 150, 200 ounce of silver. When I started following Jesus, I gave it all away. I ended up selling the silver. I got rid of it and used that money to help people out. Most of the silver that I sold, I gave it away to the poor people. And little portion of it, I used it for myself, for rent, because I was having troubles. I was start having difficulties in life, living. I'm not trying to show off or anything, nothing like that. I'm just telling you what I did, what I went through. And I left it all this. I left it behind, and I followed Jesus. And I became what I am here today. Jesus told me that is the way. He wants me to rely on Him for provision, everything, because He will provide. Financially, He will provide you with food, your tools, equipment, your housing, your shelter, your protection, everything that you need. Everything. Everything. I mean, literally everything that you'll be taken care of. And God knows what you need and what you don't need. He's perfect. That is God's heart. God has heartache for people not following him. If we surrender to God, you'll be taken care of. It doesn't both present and future. No matter how bad it will become, socially, economically, as the crime rate will go up. When things hit the fan, when the economy collapses, crime will skyrocket. And the tribulation, when the tribulation breaks out, when the great tribulation starts, crime will go even higher. It will be chaotic. But when you are with God, you are protected and you have nothing to worry about. That's what Jesus is showing me over and over and over and over. I wanted to share that. It's very important. He's against stocks and crypto. And he really wants you to follow him. Focus and concentrate on following him, not rely on gold and silver. It's the best way that I can explain to you to deliver the message. I hope that helps out. This is coming from Jesus. He told me to do this. He told me to share. All right, Jesus bless you.